Right, hello everyone, welcome back again, and we are doing yet another episode 93, I think, of playing the big old map. Just to catch up on the progress. I think ports by this time is closer to 30, if not above. I haven't really counted, but we're also hooking in clay stuff and just whatever feeds into ports, so that's why it's taking so long. Anyway, 4 million tiles, 1,500 towns, 5,500 industries, and doing ports, as I just said. Um, so let me take down the volume of my background music. Done. And then play. So as you may have possibly guessed, especially if you're watching the previous episode, I just continued quite right where I left off. I'm trying to build up this little base here with mixed amounts of success. So you're still only doing enhanced, which is not good. Okay, I could get the chemicals in here. So you are picking most of it up. You are not even vaguely picking them up. Naughty, naughty. Okay, these pick up how much? I want to do things. But more to the point, I want to do things a little more expensively. Okay, that's not what I wanted. I'm not sure I got that part right, but we'll see it in a moment. Yes and a no. No, it's expensive, but money's not too much of a thing. So then the town can expand this direction if they want to. Because now I can come through here and take all the chemicals, and this is going to be a large chemical boat, in fact a very large one. Nice. Losing an absolute shed load. Can we shove this down into not so large Hope Town? I'll leave it there for now, but Yokohama. Right. New Yokohama. Then stick this to very large. And just bring it here. You get timetabled. So now it's gung-hoing, which is good. That's gung-hoing. You know, the hilarious thing is I took over the Trains 2Cs in UGF because I was pissed off about something. I'm tempted to just find the source code for this and fix it for the clay. Okay, you're lost. Well, yeah, that's not making any sense. Let's just block the whole way. And that was partially sarcastic, but at least while that's happening, I know it needs doing. Okay, go. Now you seem to have sorted yourself. Good. So the next thing was that I said there were 6, which I notoriously call 7. And we need to make sure that there are planes flying in here. Yeah, like that one. Try this again. Small airport. And there's a train. Contrary to the obvious, I do want another one because if we are going to start having this being filled up, then there is going to be a lot more traffic here. I think our problem is going to be that I can't actually sustain. Can I? Cat, don't kill the carpet. So this is. Stop it. Yes, I know you're being ignored. Now she's back killing the other carpet. So I'm just keeping half an eye on the cat because she has a tendency to be stupid. Like cats do. So it's 900 tons, which means there's very little here. Okay, I don't know. So you're pretty gung-hoing, yes. Doing stuff here. Can we hook in more clay? So, like, where are we? We did many. Okay, the next patch is up here. So I think we can probably assign this to one of these. Problem is these are not self-sustaining. I haven't even bothered looking at the steel industry that flows into it, which just sucks, but hey ho. Anyway, I'm thinking these 3, maybe even these 5. There's not much here. So these 5 can also flow into these ones, just there, really. So like cargo, clay, yeah, that's just ports, no one else wants it. That sucks because I can bring it all here, but sooner rather than later, there's just going to be an ungodly amount of clay here. This is very far from optimal. As here we have like 7 or 8 all ganged up on each other. Cat. Meow. Meow. She wants pets. I know, there's a subreddit called Pet the Damn Cat. Wow. Okay, I'm going to put these 5 in here and then decide later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 actually. That's going to be another 6, that's 7. But I'm not going to do all of them today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know I said these as well, but this is close up there. I'll just do these. I think you've heard that. This is totally in the way. Okay, let's not have this here, have it here. Cat's still crazy. That's fine. I'll leave that to the future stuff. Again, I'm going to have 2 lines with this one and that one. Just totally crazy. The cat is. Like, she's got the grey balls. Which is obviously good because time to sleep for a human. Or it will be very shortly. Can we have a smaller map? So I'm just looking at the cat basically abducting herself. Hmm. How was this all the stuff? So I could chat here, which is still right. I want that. I'm gonna do. Oh, okay. Of course, why not be in the freaking way? I think that's part of the issue that the trains are very slow because the coaches are very slow. I mean, the wagons, which, is fine in terms of they can't be faster, and I don't particularly have a problem with that. But then it takes so long to get anywhere that they just start losing money, which is not a problem until a certain point. And then it is. Okay, this is in the wrong place. At chill the fuck. She's absolutely crazy. Okay. She's been on my bed the whole day. Try to take her out in a basket like there's a pet stroller. Nope. Nice day outside. I had a 25-mile hike yesterday. So bit zombie. That music really does not fit this whole thing, but I don't want to change it now because the next recording I'll do is probably going to be the hot wet, so let's do this one and then not only turn back but find a way to do this sensibly. Of course not. Not that I really needed it. Okay, so we are back. Like the Terminator. Actually, for what it's worth, nope. For God's sake. Gets back to zoomies, greebles, whatnots. And she comes in at 3 a.m. poking me. Okay, where are we? So, if I can close these. Yeah. Right. So I shall want Clay 5, December, losing so much money. It's only July. I will laugh my ass off if I really have to switch to infinite money. Like, for the time being, we're still in positive, but I am a little unconvinced. Condition jump, condition jump. You are obviously not going to be any better because we don't have any more. I'm in a slight conundrum here because I could hook in more planes and they would just lose even more money. We're slowly edging down. Not so interested in that. Okay, that was actually surplus. Not sure it's going to be a surplus this time, as in compared to the previous year. Ships make more, planes make more, vehicles make less. Almost everyone makes more. Don't know. I'd ask what do you think, but by the time anyone replies, this will all be over. So let's do these two. Is it just these two? Probably. One and the others here. And if I don't actually put any airports here because we don't have enough engineering supplies, then I'm very tempted not to run 5 long trains. In fact, yeah, no. All of these can happily bump down to 3. I'll leave those. I think they should get template replaced. Yes. I know why I did this, but fine. Good. Don't know why I didn't start here, but hey ho. Bring it here. Transfer. Do another one and the GTFO. Why are you stopped there? Don't stop there. Yeah, this is actually pretty bad because everyone's congregating on this side. That's supposed to be a transfer. In which case, I really don't need 4 of these here. Anyway, see how it goes. If it becomes too crazy, then yeah. Obviously killing time. Okay, so we have a fair bit of clay and a bit of engineering supplies. And I have 70 minutes left. Okay, what's going on with... not much. Like that's generally 0, it just accidentally happens to be a little higher. How much stuff you take? You can take 1500. You end up with significantly less. Okay, Angle 5. You go there. You also go there. Actually, all of you go there. Hmm, interesting. Come on. No, I don't fucking want. Go away. 10. Yes. Replace. I want another one. Five. Of course not. So what are you? 5th gen flat car. Okay, fine, fine. Rename and Super 5. And start replacing. And all of you lot get serviced. Hopefully that will clear up a bit of it. Okay. I mean, signaling is not going to help much because the signal is still set to every 10 blocks, and I'm not going to change that because that would be just a massive pain in the backside. And 4,000 tons of clay. Little too much, but fine. I think I can start focusing on some of these. I'm just not precisely sure how, because I have 4, none of which are actually being used, I think. I seem to think correctly. Mm. Well, I'm thinking, A, put some, let's put up these bloody spots. Fix I. Basically put down yet another distribution thing. I mean, I have to admit this was a failure because if I think this is, I don't know, like this is 4 and it basically fuels a whole bunch of things here. Whereas this one, can't even sustain ethyl. I mean, kind of does now. Yeah, poorly. It's only sustaining itself, really. Mm. I think I shoved too many of them into a double length thing instead of IO. How much can you take? Very little. I think I may have fallen onto the other side of the proverbial horse here. You timetabled. Well, it shouldn't be. Okay, well, if you are timetabled, then okay, fine. Of sorts. I think these are much better suited for the serve, like the detective FIRS shit, which 400k is not that terrible. Not great, not terrible. And yes, I've seen Chernobyl, but no, I'm okay with this. That's my OCD. So I was saying that there's too much clay here, and there's no depot, which is not good. Oh, we don't have much time, but I wanted to put down a distribution thing and then basically hold all of the 4 in there. Okay, do a few things here. Definitely not long enough, but we'll have to work around it now that I did this. 13s should be good. Okay. And then this will just have to do it this way. Fine. Then one can GTF through that way, and that doesn't interfere with the town. Fine. This is okay. Ah, there's a fair bit of space here, which is good. Why don't I do that? Actually, probably just this. Okay, that is fine. That's the 4 minutes. No, I don't want trains on this occasion. I want boats and I want and this is where this is never going to work. Delete. 1. should actually start here, but go, yeah, go there, go here, go there. That is a transfer. No, I don't want you to go. I want you to jump. I don't need that many. I ran out of time, so I'm just casually dying here. When I started saying I'll run out of time, I didn't mean to just drop dead immediately. I mean, I'm not in such bad health yet. Not that I know of anyway. Okay. There's a glassworks here, which we'll be using because there's a lot of sand. I wouldn't go as far as a lot, but there's sand. But we're going to do all that at some future point because my phone's about to beep. Where's that freaking boat? Okay, that gets timetable, which is great. And I have 15 seconds, so I'm going to stop the timer. So I am going to leave this here, hopefully to remember that I wanted to do something with all this. And yeah, usual. Thanks for watching, and I shall hopefully see you on the next occasion. Any thoughts, comments, whatnot, you let me know, please. And yeah, see you around. Bye.